Connect this up. Where's this one go? All right. I think we're about ready to go. See if I can get. Here I am. Can you hear me first off? That would be the first question. And then second question would be uh, so Oh, sounds good. Cool. All right, I didn't know what you meant for a minute. My hair's really wacky today. I don't know. I'm great. I am actually better than I have been in years. I don't know if you heard, but I ended up in the hospital about 3 weeks ago. I had blood pressure over, it was 241 over 132. And yeah, that was not good. They kept me in the hospital for 2 days and shot me full of blood pressure medications. And now that I'm doing that, is this what I think it is? Yes, good. This is what I need. Now that I'm on the medications, I am better than I have been in a very long time. I mean, I feel absolutely. Let's see, how did we do this last time? We bring this to the front, I think. No. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. And then this goes like that, right? Oops. Something like that. Close enough. But yeah, so they put me on blood pressure medication and another one, and I feel so calm and relaxed. It's amazing how much better I feel. Just so relaxed. I love it. I love being healthy, finally, or healthier than I was. I'm not healthy yet. Hello, everyone. We got 4 people watching. Great to see you. Now, we all know about errors and varieties, although some of us even interchange those terms, and they're actually two very different things. And there's another term you may not have heard of that is die errors. And it's kind of counterintuitive in many ways, and it's one we're going to discuss. But first, let's go over varieties and errors. A variety is any, and this is my term or my definition, any difference between dies that is, you know, um, any design difference, kind of, would be a good way to put it. Whether it's a double to die or they used a working die on a proof die when they should have used, or instead of a proof die when they should have used a proof die, or when they've used a proof die with a working die when they should have used a working die. And obviously RPMs, those are varieties, and anything like that. Errors are unique. Errors are one-off. Now they may look very similar. A clipped planchet or incomplete planchet is actually the real technical term, may look similar, very, very, very similar to another clipped planchet or incomplete planchet, but it's not. It is not exactly 100% like the other one. Off centers, the same way. They could be slightly in the same position or real darn close, but they are never alike. Die varieties repeat, and they repeat exactly. Does that make sense? And um, errors occur during the planchet making process, the die making process, or the striking process. Errors and varieties. Now, die errors. Does anyone have a hunch as to what die errors are at all? Mike, do you have an idea? And I'm going to wait and let this catch up because it is lagging a little bit. A die clash would be a die error. Absolutely. You know why it's a die error and not a variety? But that's exactly right. That's a great example. That's a really, really good example. Sorry, someone messaged me on Facebook. And I will talk to them later. Oh, I need to close that out actually. That'll help live stream run faster. There we go. Hopefully live stream will run faster. I'm also going to close out some of these Google processes that don't need to run. What y'all think on that? Think about what could a die clash is a die error. So what is a die error? Any guesses, Mike? I'm waiting, pausing a lot because it still says there's a lot of lag. So that's why I'm pausing a lot. Here's a real good, again, this is something that I actually learned at summer seminar this year. This is a good hint and a way to remember it. Die varieties are created with the die. Die errors are born. Does that help any? Thank you, whoever's watching. Good to see you all. I'm sorry we got a little bit of a lag in the stream. Um, I'm seeing no dropped frames, which is good. try to solve some of this. Yes, thank you, Mike. I forgot to ask people to do that. So here's the deal. Die errors are not created with the die. They happen to the die. Anything that happens to the die after it has been created is a die error. Even if it repeats multiple times, like the die clash that you mentioned, you're going to see it on multiple coins, but because it did not happen with the creation of that die, it is not a variety. It's a die error. The dies clashed in error and created that die clash. Another very common, I used to mistake this one all the time. CUDs, die breaks, die chips, all of those, they're not varieties and they're not errors, they're die errors. Because during the process, that die was weakened and a little chip broke off, or a little crack happened, or even a big chunk broke off, creating the die error known as CUDs, um, die cracks. Die crack is a die error because it was not something that happened when the die was created. Isn't that interesting? It's a die error because you don't see it up until a certain point. And after that point, you'll see it, but not until. Isn't that weird? That's a bizarre concept to me, and it's counterintuitive to me because varieties repeat and die cracks do repeat, although they can change in shape, form, and all change shape and form and all that. But they do repeat, so it's kind of counterintuitive. But yeah, a die crack is a die error, and I'm sure die gouges would be considered die errors, although not collectible, obviously. And oh, well, this is considered an error anyway, but I would think that, for instance, a misaligned die would be a die error because it's the die has loosened. But I could be wrong about that one. That's just a off the top of my head thought. And oh, and another one. Hey, Blues, how are you doing? Good to see you. And another die error that I've always called a hey, Grandpapa, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the room. Um, Another interesting thing that I've collected that I've always called a variety, and is listed in the Cherry Picker's Guide to Die Varieties, is not a variety but a die error, and that is two feather buffalo nickels. Y'all remember those two feather buffalo nickels? I'm sure I've shown you them many times. They're one of my favorite things to collect. on the back of the Indian's neck. Well, he's got 3 feathers. He's got one here, and then there, and then in the back of the neck he's got one. That gets abraded off sometimes because of clashes, and it just accidentally gets abraded off. And because that didn't happen with the creation of the die, that's considered a die error and not a variety. So I thought that was cool because I've always called it a variety all my life, and it's not. It's a die error. Any kind of I would say even probably what, grease-filled dyes, maybe. I'm not sure about that one. What are your thoughts? Any ideas? Blues. It's been forever. Yeah, yeah. I was real sick for a while. I had high blood pressure and didn't know it. Ended up in the hospital with 241 over 132. They kept me in there for a few days, and then I got out, and I've been on. My blood pressure has gotten low, like normal low, but I was so used to it being so high that I'm like completely relaxed now. And the last 2 streams I have fallen asleep and forgotten about having a live stream. And one stream before that, I had a USB camera problem. No, webcam. I had to buy a new webcam. And it's been one thing after another, but things are really looking up. I'm so excited. Um, I do want to throw in just a little plug here. I am running again for re-election for Conecuh, this time for seat 3, which is the YN director or youth director seat. I would appreciate your vote. Every vote seriously, seriously counts. I have competition. Um, very capable, smart person. Have nothing against her, but I would appreciate your vote, if that makes sense. So, any questions on errors, varieties, or die errors? Oh, my stream is healthy now. Yay. I've got a healthy stream. I like that. So, what is everyone doing tonight? Oh, we got 7 people in the room. How's everyone doing tonight? I kind of went over my spiel already. I didn't think it would take such little time. But I'm here to hang out too until then. So I guess I could look at the camera, huh? It's so weird because it's so above my eye line. Like if it were gonna be if it were gonna be thank you so much, Grandpapa. I appreciate it. Yeah, if my camera were right, my eye line would be about right here. This is right, but it's the cam is way up there, so it's kind of hard for me to look at the camera at times. And this is my USB whatchamacallit. Is anyone going to the fun convention in January? I just want to see if this is working right. Oh, I've got a bunch of cool supplies coming in, y'all. I'm starting sort of a little bit of a small business, and you know I sell coins every now and then, but I'm gonna be a little bit more serious about it. So I'm going to be selling coins more often, and I should start that next week. Um, I'm hoping I'll get them in by next week. That is, I guess that just blended into the rim, hasn't it? This is in nasty shape. I've already ordered supplies, and then I got to order some coins. And one of the supplies I got is gloves, so I don't get my nasty fingers on these coins. Which, I mean, this I just pulled from pocket change, so it's, you know, I don't care about it. Oh, look at that. That's nasty. I would keep that since it's a 2000p, but oop, but look how nasty that is. Do you think acetone would get that off? Anybody? I don't know. I need to buy some acetone too. I've not bought any. I don't. I guess I need to get it at Walmart, maybe, or does anyone know where to get acetone? I love the 2017P, but I hate the shields. To be quite honest, I'm not a fan of the shield scents. No, no. I never. Let me rephrase. I know that the only safe thing you can clean coins with is acetone. I'm wondering if uh, acetone would remove this and where I can get acetone. I've heard that that's safe from everybody, but I've never tried it. I think this would be an interesting coin to try it with since it's in such nasty shape. I would never clean coins, but I have heard that you can use acetone to remove grime. Anywhere they sell paint. All right. Well, Walmart would be one place, or Lowe's, or this live stream brought to you by Lowe's. Not really. I wish. I need to get a sponsor. I don't know why, but it would just be fun to have. Oh, the makeup area. Okay. Yeah, I don't go there a lot. I mean, I go to Walmart. I just don't go to the makeup area a lot, except for Halloween and, believe it or not, Elvis week. I'm a big Elvis fan. Well, you can see some of my Elvis stuff in the background. And at Elvis week, I dress up. I do the full sideburns and the hair and I put on a little makeup, hide some flaws, contour my face, make it a little bit less chubby. Yeah, guys, in case you can't tell, I feel better than I have. Well, than I have ever since I've live streamed. I mean, I've not felt this good during a live stream. My whole body is just so relaxed. When they got my blood pressure down, that's actually when my chest started hurting. I'd only had a headache before, but my chest started hurting uh, once they got my blood pressure down. Oh my goodness, Mike. BBs and hot soap, wait, and a rock tumbler. Yeah, that would do it. Oh, you know what does it too real well? I don't know if I can do it real fast. Let's try it. There's another thing that cleans coins, makes them look really, 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 really shiny. Yeah, this is starting to work. Look how shiny that's starting to get. All thanks to a pencil eraser. DMV 360, good to see you. I had some health issues, high blood pressure, and then I had to adjust my medications, so I missed out on my live streams a couple times, and I had to get a new can. Where are we at? Oh, dang it! New cam. There we are. I had to get a new cam. It broke down. But now we'll be back on a lot. I'm actually going to start selling some more coins, uh, more. How do I put this? A wider selection. I was going to say more varieties, but that's not. That term is. It'll be more varieties of varieties and errors. Yeah, I feel better than I have uh, in. Well, y'all have not seen me feel this good. Let me put it that way. Now that my blood pressure's under control, um, and I feel a million times better. It's amazing what happens when you actually take your blood pressure medicine. My doctor was so mad when she found out because I couldn't afford it, or I felt like I couldn't afford it, because I'm cheap. And boy, when she found out that I wasn't taking my blood pressure medicine, she was not happy. And now that I take time to do it and pay the money, I feel better than I have in years. Literally, years. Here's this. Now look how shiny that is. I don't know if you can see. Let's get a little more light on it. That was dark. Dang it, is that's a little thick. Is that doubled? That better not be doubling. I better not have just ruined a good coin. I don't think it is. Do y'all? It's hard for me to tell on these newer ones. The date doesn't look like it has any doubling to me, but Liberty looks slightly thick. But that may just be how it is. But yeah. So die errors, back to the subject, are kind of an interesting. Is that? Oh, that's damage. Die errors are kind of an interesting thing. And apparently I really like them and I didn't know it. I just thought they were varieties. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not a big, it's not a huge deal if you don't know, but it's always kind of cool to expand your knowledge and know kind of more specifically what to call things. So that's kind of neat. They started mentioning cleaning coins, and so I got out my trusty pencil eraser and I'm working on this coin. Just pocket change. Now I know a lot of y'all do silver. Someone told me it was, or maybe I read it somewhere, and it wasn't a coin source. I don't think. Someone was saying it's a bad. 2018 is a bad time to buy silver, and I bought some. Not a lot. I mean, $40 worth or something. Was that a mistake? Look how shiny that's getting. It's amazing what a pencil can do. Pencil eraser. Am I lagging? I hope I'm not lagging. Just back when silver price is down. Um, yeah, I think with shipping it was like 19 total. Do you think it'll go up? I really want. I mean, well, I remember in 2012, I went to the fun convention because I had some silver. That was the last time I went to the fun convention. It was 2012, and it was like $30 an ounce. Now it's down to like what, 16? Is it 16 today? I haven't checked on Kitco to find out. Or AppMex. Ah, so thirsty, y'all. They're 14 now? Oh, shoot. Does anybody know who is selling silver near spot? I think my local coin dealer. I don't think he would. He might, but I doubt it. But I might need to invest in a little bit of silver while I can. Or do you think it's going to go lower? That's the thing. I mean, it is down, but is it down enough? My mouse is not working. I've had such trouble with my mouse and all kinds. I'm actually afraid it's my USB ports. I've got a desktop, and I'm afraid my USB ports are kind of wanting to not work. That's not good. Oh well. I don't guess I need my mouse. Thank you to whoever's watching, and I do appreciate all the views, all the thumbs ups, all the likes, all that stuff. I'm gonna be a lot more proactive now that I'm feeling good. I mean, I'm feeling, like I said, a lot better than I have in years. My health is so good right now. I also have started. If you're on Facebook, I've started a coin club. It's called Coin Collectors of Facebook. So if you want to join that, you can. Coin shop sells scrap silver at about $1 to $2 over spot silver price. I've seen it at 75 cents over spot shop around. Oh wow. Maybe I'll call my dealer and see how much he sells it for. Do you think now would be a good time, or do you think it's gonna go down even more? Because I don't want to buy it and then lose. I mean, it's a long-term investment. I mean, well, whatever that means. If it goes up in 6 months, I'll sell. But I don't want to buy it at 14 and it go down to 10 in 6 months. Sorry, I'm grabbing a bite to eat in between talking. Oh, really? Wow. That's interesting. Well, I may have to look into buying some, just a little bit. Now, also, I've got a question. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I've gotten lazy. I depend too much on my USB microscope now. I always use a 7 by 10 power, a loop, but it's kind of convenient having the USB. I've got another question too. Is it worth investing in a box of Kennedys to look for silver and NIFCs? Wow, Mike, that's crazy. So if I can find some, it sounds like I need to buy it now. If nobody's willing to sell now. Think I know what I need to do then. I mean, I've got silver, but like I said, it's just a couple ounces, literally. Oh, man. But how many of y'all do Kennedy? Oh, really? So do you think it is worth looking? See, I mean, I look through cents all the time, but I don't look through Kennedy's, but I'm thinking maybe I don't know. Do you think it's time? Because I may do it if I can. Cool. And then what? Now, what do you do with the 40%, the 90%, and the NIFCs? Does your local coin dealer take them? Because what I could do is wait until I had enough that made it worth it to take a trip to the coin shop and sell them to them. If that's what you do. Okay. Of course, with silver being so low, I guess it would be what? Do you hold on to the silver now for until it goes up in price? I hear that, Blues. I do. I hear that. Well, it's something I'm thinking about because Christmas is coming up. I'm gonna get some money, and I'm also gonna, like, say, try to sell some errors and varieties probably next week. So if y'all are here next Monday, I'm hoping to do an auction. Um, I've got much better supplies coming. They're coming tomorrow. I've got plastic flips. I've got all kinds of just a lot better material. I don't. I used to use the 2x2 cardboard flips, but I've got the uh, non PVC plastic flips coming with the cardboard. The pardon me, the paper inserts. Hey Trey, welcome. Good to see you. It's been a long time, man. How are you doing? I'm seeing so many familiar faces. It's awesome. This is a great welcome back for me. I love hanging out. The coin people are just so good. Everybody. But yeah, I think I might try to get a box of pennies. I mean, pardon me, a box of Kennedys at some point. It may be worth it. I mean, it can't hurt. You're not losing your money. Oh, very good. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, that's the thing. My mom. I get a lot of boxes of Lincoln cents from hers, and they don't charge her. Uh, Even though I think technically they're supposed to. In fact, I think I read it was like 15 cents a roll, or maybe was something crazy like that. But yeah, they don't charge her, so that's really nice. She's got a good bank. She actually just another thing. I was spending a lot of time with my mom over the last several weeks because she's left for Wales again in the UK. She lives there 6 months. 6 months out of the year, and then lives here 6 months out of the year because her boyfriend is from Wales, and so he has to live in Wales 6 months and can only live here 6 months. So they go back and forth like every few months. Thank you all for watching. Remember to click the like button and subscribe if you haven't, but you probably already subscribed. And I do thank you for that. I think I've got 150 subscribers, something like that, close to, if not that. I really appreciate it. This has been a great community. And I'm going to be back here a lot more. I'm going to start doing a lot more videos. I feel so good. I feel my health is just so much better. I get the energy to do what I want now. And I really like that. Anything else going on? Yeah, exactly, Blues. Yeah. And that's probably, my mom's been doing business with her bank for I don't know how many years. So they probably are the same way. Yeah, Mike, exactly. I don't really have a bank. Well, maybe I'm trying to think if I've got one near me. You say within. See, I don't know if I didn't. I don't think I told you all this. I don't know if y'all even knew, but I had a scooter, a mobility scooter. Pardon me, and it ended up getting wrecked, and I just now got another one. Uh, I didn't, but my mom and my family chipped in, and they all bought it for me. So it can go. They say 10 up to 10 miles uh, round trip. I can actually push it a little bit farther than that if I want. I could probably go 12 or 13. 13 is really kind of pushing it, but what it means is I can go anywhere within a 5 mile radius and then come back. So I'm going to try to hit up, see what banks are in the area, and try to get to them and do some service with them. But I guess I do need to buy some silver now. I didn't realize that it was at 14. That's pretty darn low. Have y'all noticed how quiet my cat is tonight? My cat has calmed down since I've calmed down. I think he knew something was wrong and was trying to tell me, and I just didn't know it. And so now that my blood pressure's down, he's totally calm too. I love it. Dizzy boy, come here, buddy. Come here. Yeah, come here. 7.5 cents per roll. Is that worth it? Come here. Come here. Hop up. Hop up. Come on. Hop up. Say hi to everybody. Come on, hop up. I love you, buddy. Come on. Hop up. You know, he's being silly. Yeah, 7.5 cents per roll. I guess that's not too bad. Well, I guess it depends on what you. There he is. There's the kitty. I guess it depends on what you find. You're a good boy. You're a good kitty, aren't you? Mm. He's so cuddly lately, aren't you, buddy? You're a good boy. Well, now we got quiet. Oh yeah, 90%. I need to check on that. Oh, and my last, I got rolls of Lincoln cents, but I'm pretty sure they've already been searched because they had someone's name and address on them, so they were labeled. So I assume that means that someone has looked through them, right? What do you do? You a good boy? Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, this cat is all over me. You're gonna make me fall asleep, buddy. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Yeah, I generally want boxes, but I don't necessarily have to have boxes. I mean, as long as I've got rolls. You're a good boy. Look how calm this cat is. This is crazy. Well, anybody else have anything? Anything else going on in your lives? Really? Oh my goodness, Blues. That's awesome. That is really cool. I wish I had that opportunity. You find some nice errors there. Wow, by the bag. I think the silver's going to be less than in halves. Too many people searching. And I heard they're starting to. Oh man! So I missed the. I missed the. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You're okay. No, I guess you had enough. So I guess I missed out on that fad. Well, maybe I can still buy some silver while it's low. Now I've heard of like what is it, AppMax? I've heard people buy silver from them, but don't you have to buy like hundreds and thousands of dollars worth, or and is it even worth it buying from them? And what are y'all's opinions? That is so awesome, Blues. Um, wow, that is that's really cool. I wish I wish we could get excuse me, bags. Bags is where the real stuff is anyway. You know, you can fit a lot into bags that you can't fit into rolls. Oh, that's true too, Blues. You got that. That's a good point too. I didn't even think about that. Oh, okay. My mouse is messing up again. Man, I don't like that. I don't like my mouse messing up. You did. All right, I will have to check that out. That's another thing too. Now that I'm feeling well and not just exhausted all the time, I will check out your channels more. Awesome, Mike. How's Mantic doing, by the way? I really like him. I just don't know that I'm allowed on his channel, so I stay away. But he's a great guy. I really like him a lot. Really, Blues. Oh my gosh, you know what? I am. I think she's a manager. I'll have to go. Like, I'm actually, I'm thinking about going to Walmart tomorrow on my scooter, and and actually, yeah, I could talk with her while I'm there. We've got a Hobby Lobby and a Walmart next to each other, and I was going to go to Hobby Lobby anyway, so I'll probably go to Walmart too. And and talk to her. See if I can get the bags. Oh, one of my friends is she's a manager at Hardee's, and she got a vehicle in change today. She shared it with the Coin Collectors of Facebook group. I thought that was really cool. I've never gotten a vehicle in change. I can't remember what year it was. Not 1913, unfortunately. I told her, man, if you'd found a 1913, you'd have been able to retire. Pardon me. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, as long as I'm not disrespectful and they don't know that I'm there. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah, I just won't make my presence known. And that's not out of disrespect, but out of respect, by the way. I just want to make that clear. Um, but yeah, that's what I'll do. Although I gotta say, I did enjoy the games. the the wars, the battles, the slots, the crafts, and all that. But no, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. That's a good idea. This is crazy. It's 8:16 and I'm sleepy. I'm not exhausted. I'm just sleepy. I've been getting there. There used to be, before I got my blood pressure medicines adjusted, there would be days where I would stay up literally 3 or 4 days in a row, no sleep. And now I get to bed by like 9:30 or 10 o'clock and sleep till about 6:30 in the morning. Blues, I would love if you would join. It's Coin Collectors of Facebook. Did I tell you that already? I'm gonna put it on here anyway since people are in here. Ask to join, and I'll make you an admin if you want. Oh, good, cool. All right, well, I'll approve that, and I'll do it here after this live stream. I'm probably gonna wrap up soon anyway. I'm getting kind of sleepy, um, and I discussed what I wanted to discuss. But I am enjoying chatting. Duh, I know. Yeah, Blues again. I forgot. I keep forgetting. Names. I knew you were Eric. I knew that's who it was. Um, but thank you for reminding me. Yeah, every now and then I need a little reminder. I need a little cheat sheet, little cheat sheet sitting here by my desk or on my desk by the table. I can just glance down and look. But now I think I did say that earlier that probably rotated dies were die errors, and that would be incorrect. I think that's a striking. That would be striking error. Just to clarify that real quick. I think. If I find out otherwise, I'll let you know. Man, I wish I could get my mouse to work. Oh, there it goes. Nope. I don't know why I'm having such lag on here either. It's kind of crazy. Man, this mouse is not worth a darn. For $16 for a mouse, you would think it would be. I'll deal with it later. You'd think it would work, right? But no, it doesn't want to work. Me at the coinwriter at hotmail.com, or on Facebook. I mean, I look at both of them anyway, but I'm just curious. 8 now watching, or watching now. I wish I could clean up this live, clean up the video output. I don't know why it's so slow or low. Hello, everyone that's watching. My output is low for some reason, so you'll probably get this 15 or 30 seconds after I've said it. But hello. Man, how much am I lagging? Well, now it says the health is. It keeps going back and forth between saying that the live stream health is good and bad, good and bad, good and bad. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember that. All right, cool. Well, I'm really lagging. Really, really lagging. I tried to pause it and unpause it to see if that would help, and it didn't help. Pardon me. Okay, cool. Well, I'll look out for your email, and you have a good one. I'm actually probably gonna head out soon myself because things are winding down anyway. Seems like a natural place to stop. So I hope that everyone uh, has a great night. I really want to thank you for the wonderful, wonderful chat tonight, and I will be back regularly. I'm probably going to start doing some recorded videos as well as my live streams, but I'm definitely going to continue the live streams regularly on Monday nights, including doing some auctions. So I've got some cool coins, and I'm getting some cool coins, and we'll talk about it next Monday. So, uh, pardon me.